With over 21 years of experience in fruit experts, procurement, project leadership, and farmer engagement, Mr. Rajendra has been at the heart of India's agribusiness evolution.
Representatives came down to India. They visited our farms. They, had discussions with our farmers.
That level of groundwork and collaboration you just described, it's what truly drives long-term change.
Had opportunity to, connect with these customers abroad, as well as represent my company, my organization at various levels in national and international stages.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast by Directors Institute World Council of Directors, where we bring you straight into the minds and journeys of industry experts shaping the future. Today, I have with me someone who truly lives at the intersection of agriculture, sustainability, and strategy. With over 21 years of experience in fruit experts, procurement, project leadership, and farmer engagement, Mr. Rajendra has been at the heart of India's agribusiness evolution.
Thank you, Danay, for this warm introduction. Uh, it's pleasure, being, sharing this space with you. Thank you.
Mr. Rajendra, the pleasure is truly ours. I've gone through your journey, sir, from leading sourcing for citrus processing, pioneering pomegranate cultivation in new regions, to representing India at global trade platforms. And I have to say, it's remarkable how seamlessly you've blended grassroots impact with global insight.
Yeah, it has been, quite, very interesting journey through my career, and the things, went on, and the developments were, then I enjoyed that.
Lovely. Lovely, sir. To start our conversation, sir, I'd love for you to walk us through your story in your own words. Like, how did it all begin for you, and what's the path been like over the years?
Mm. Yeah, I will love to share this. Actually, I came from a very humble farming background. Entire of my family, other than me, everyone is engaged in farming only. Uh, and I have been graduated in agriculture only. And the most important motto behind this graduation in agriculture was to do something much higher in the same field. Most of my family members are engaged in horticultural crops, majorly fruit crops, perennial crops. So it's really a good avenue, good earning crops. Horticultural crops are generally having good returns, and moreover, fruit crops are much better than those. So I was also, interested in doing that. So I got a good graduation in agriculture and started, putting my foot in. So, but at that time, I saw my elder brother was also engaged there. My father was in 40s. So, so father, told me, ki, yeah, uh, you have you can add in some much better value in agriculture. You have interest in agriculture, that is very good, and but you can add much better in that. And so I started my career in private sector, and there I decided to be engaged in horticultural crops only. At that time I joined Syngenta, that is pesticides company, but my role was in the marketings, and I was very much engaged in conducting huge farmer meets, launching new products and all this kind of stuff. Later I moved to fresh foods industry. That was very fascinating to me, and it was been uh, very close to my heart, since my childhood. I was born and brought up in the same field, so it was very close to me. So I entered in the fresh foods industry. It was with Bharti Airtel. Uh, there I was taking care of procurement as well as the processes and systems, certifying the farms for exports and all these kind of things I did. Thereafter I joined Mahiko Group. There I was given much higher responsibilities. and I was responsible there for P&L and developing a complete portfolio from sourcing to the markets. So it was a end-to-end role that was, from taking care of right produce to be raised for European markets or UK markets or for US markets, and reaching out the customers, reaching out that customers overseas, and building that relations. So that was the role, and this role was of much longer period for me, and I enjoyed that. During this course, mm, uh, I had opportunity to connect with these customers abroad, as well as represent my company, my organization at various levels in national and international stages. Uh, Besides this, I had also got opportunity to work with state government as a program manager, and it was more or having a role like building linkages for the farmers. You might be aware that Vidarbha region is having much suicide prone. It is known for suicide, farmer suicides, and for that relieving that distress in the farmers' mind, this program was launched, and I was fortunate to get 3 years tenure for that at the initial stage of the farm that program, designing mm, and budgeting and all was done in that period. It was quite a good exposure for me as well, and uh, there was also the same role of market linkages. It was a major role. Actually, all our government programs, are having uh, directions of increasing production. Farm production should be increased 2x, 3x, this kind of programs we have. But it is very less spoken about the market linkages. Actually, farmers are getting their revenues from the markets. So this program was more or focused towards these market linkages. And I, uh, I think I really contributed in a good manner in that. Uh, Thereafter, I joined Citrus India Limited. Uh, it was a processing industry. Uh, there also, I pioneered, we are having global gap certifications uh, for grapes, for pomegranate, for mangoes. But citrus fruit is not seen in that direction. Citrus fruit is more or consumed only in domestic markets. There is no less of potential for export. So, though we were in processing, but I proposed my management ki we are having our products. We are creating a product like natural 100% natural fruit juice concentrates. Then why can't we go one step ahead and get our farmers aligned to the practices that are sustainable, that are more towards this our view of only showing natural products. So we introduced INDGAP. That is, it is the version of global gap that is accepted globally. So we introduced INDGAP there. That was good contribution that I think I did in that tenure. Thereafter, I came again to my exports industry. Now I'm doing domestic trade as well as the exports for grapes, for pomegranates, for mangoes. These are the fruits now we are taking care. And currently, I am having some much leadership roles, and I'm building teams. I enjoyed in that. I do enjoy that. Uh, and that's all the things are going.
Yeah, lovely, sir. I think it's been a journey which would have been a memorable one, like you said, starting from such simple, humble backgrounds to now leading various organizations.
Yeah, really. Thank you.
Sir, speaking of impact, one milestone that truly stands out is your role in leading India's first ever INDGAP certification for citrus fruits. I can only
Yeah.
imagine the coordination it must have taken. Farmers, certifying bodies, timelines, training, all moving parts. So, could you take
Mhm.
us into that moment? What were the real on ground challenges in bringing so many different stakeholders together for something so pioneering?
Look, first of all, I will take you through what the INDIGAP actually is. Actually, it is a global gap that is acceptable, that is very recommended for every produce to be exported to European Union or to the UK or some other parts of the world. That is mandatory part that we should have our farm certified for global gap certification. The global gap is taking care of the sustainable practices that the farmer is taking, ethical practices. These are all been audited by some external agencies that are accredited by European Union. So this way, this global gap is being implemented on ground. Lot of training, lot of efforts are taken on the ground. It is not that farmer is ready and the same year he will be get certified for that global gap certification. It is a rigorous process. But when we talk about INDIGAP is the same version of global gap that not can't we say same version, but the similar version, but that is designed in Indian conditions. Maybe it is not that much stringent like the European Union has designed, but it is to some extent. We are promoting our farmers to to adopt sustainable ethical practices in their farming, uh, to raise a safe food. So in this way, we started it for orange fruit. Actually, if we consider, if we look at the cultivation practices in oranges, uh, these are, and if we compare it with the grapes farmer, uh, there is a lot more difference in that. Actually, grape farmer is more focused towards exports and much premium crop. But on the contrary, orange farmer is not much that not much aware about these things. Actually, the reason behind this is ki customer don't demand these things. Grape farmers, the customer demands these things, and so the farmers have evolved themselves in that direction. But the orange farmer, they don't have that kind of demands. So the practices are similar that to our traditional practices. There is no much difference in that. So while we were engaged in production of 100% natural juice concentrate, that is without any additives, without any preservatives. So this was our selling point of saying that it is natural, 100% natural. But adding to this, if it is being cultivated in ethical way, if it is being cultivated, if the farming practices are in a much sustainable way, that will add much more value to the product. So we decided ki our farmers, we will go for this program. I proposed it to my management. They agreed it, as I earlier said, but it wasn't that simple task. Grape farmers or pomegranate farmers, they are much aware about these practices and they adopt these things very easily. But it was completely new thing for the orange farmers in India. It was completely new thing. So um, making them aware about the things which are required in this certification, getting them ready for that, uh, mm, getting those farmers ready to adopt these practices. These were very much much tougher task that we handled in those days. Thereafter, aligning agencies, aligning all audits and all. those were TK. Those were all, part of all the process. But the tougher part was key, getting farmers ready for that. That was much challenging task we did at that time, and we got the certification in over a 18 months time. So it was quite a good thing that we said ki, yes, we did this for for orange orchards also.
Yeah,
This was the journey behind that.
very interesting, sir.
Yeah.
So, that level of groundwork and collaboration you just described, it's what truly drives long-term change. And from those farms in Maharashtra to the global stage, your journey has had quite the arc. You've led mango exports to the US and even represented India at Fruit Logistica in Berlin. That's a huge honor, sir. So, out of all those global experiences, what's been that one proudest moment? The one that still gives you a huge sense of pride when you look back?
Uh, the proudest moment, just I said ki yes, we got that INDGAP certification. It was one part. But about that, to represent our company, to represent our fruits in international markets, it's itself is a very proud thing. You might have seen the fruit shelves all over our cities also. Okay, very shiny apples, seen very decorated, very finely packed and decorated and kept in the shelves. These are quite fascinating, and that that retailers proudly says that saw this is imported one, and and obviously it is quite pleasing. People appreciate it and buy it. But the same kind of perception when we uh, try to create for our own foods in the European markets is a real proud that I know I failed. I was able to place our fruits in that present our fruits in that way. The supermarkets in the Europe, especially in the Germany, they appreciated our quality. They they represented representatives came down to India. They visited our farms. They had discussions with our farmers. They came down here and learned our practices. These are all very good achievements, what what I could say, and been been the proud moments for me all the time.
Yes, so international recognition and appreciation, and in fact, even national is something that always makes you feel very rooted.
Yeah, yeah.
So, talking about the global moment just makes it even more clearer how deeply connected you are, not just to the soil but to the systems around it. So, this brings me to something I've been meaning to ask. With everything evolving so fast, from AI to supply chain tech, how do you see technology truly transforming traditional agriculture, especially for the everyday farmer on the ground?
Yeah, technology is taking, playing a great role. It is everywhere, not just agriculture. But speaking especially about agriculture is vast, spread across. There are uh, many climatic zones. There are varied soil types. There are varied crops grown, varied cultures. Those are around those crops. So there is, a kind of big diversity across all over country when we think about agriculture. Uh, so the technology is playing very good role in every aspect. Uh, Moreover, the farmers were, more dependent only on, how this month the rains will start, and so we will start our sowing and all things. But you might be aware ki climate is very erratic nowadays. So the technology is, giving, real time messages to farmers ki yes, this is the right conditions. the rains are coming, so these are the right conditions for sowing, these are the right conditions that we can harvest, that these are the right conditions that we can do this and these activities. There are some situations ki there are faced infestations, disease infestations. These conditions can be very well evaluated, assessed using technology, advanced tools. This kind of moisture content is there in the atmosphere, and this kind of sun heat is there in the atmosphere, then these conditions are congenial for spread of this kind of disease or this kind of pest. And so the farmers are made aware using these technologies. So it is playing very good role, but though there is a lot big scope there, ki, some advanced farmers are adopting these things. They are well-to-do. They are capable of paying these services. But when we say about small and marginal farmers, it is quite a distant dream for them. Uh, Here, I think government should come in and should support these farmers with these advanced technologies, advanced tech. Uh, Implementing this technology in our organizations recently, uh, farmers, when if we consider an example of any farmer, he's growing crop for a year. His efforts are there in his soil for whole year. The harvest comes in, and the farm is harvested, and the produce is sold to someone. And there is always insecurity in farmers ki whether I will be get rightly paid, whether my the payment will I will realize the payments in the right time, or I will have to wait for some time, or maybe many often the traders buy their produce and get vanished. These things are happening every year. These news are coming up, and these things are going. So we decided ki can we do payments the same day. It was possible for our organization. So we we designed supply chain in a robust supply chain in that direction. Ki the same day the harvest completes, the we should be able to pay that farmer within 2 to 3 hours. So we designed that, we implemented that, and we successfully adopted that practice for years. So that thing was done from one company's perspective. One company implemented that, we did that, but that created a trend in the market. Yes, XYZ company is doing so. So the competitors also came in. They also now trying to do the same thing. And these things, with the help of technology, are helping to build some positive ecosystem, some positive changes in the ecosystem that are helpful for farmers. So technology is helping in many directions
Yeah.
at farm, as well as some companies, those are engaged in their operations. They are also using technology, and altogether uh, it is taking shape. But there is lot to do.
Correct. I think technology has just gotten started, and in the future, it can help every field in its own few ways.
Yeah, yeah. Now there are some sensors used. Those are inserted in the soil, and
Okay.
they can give us real time data regarding the soil moisture. If there is a need for irrigation, if there is excess irrigation, whatever the results are, they are at the farm, at the farmer's fingertips, just in his mobile. These are very good things. Those are
Yeah.
coming, but but it is not to the larger extent. I mean, to the larger audience.
So, with everything you've accomplished from grassroots innovation to global representation, it is clear that your journey has been anything but ordinary. And this makes me wonder that as you look ahead, what's next for you, sir? Like, are there certain aspirations or maybe even a boardroom vision you're beginning to lean into at this stage of your career?
Uh, Very interesting. Actually, uh, to establish my own enterprise was a childhood dream. The same dream was seen by my father as well. He also insisted me to go ahead and build a career and start your own enterprise. But now I have been in such roles that it is quite similar to building an enterprise. I had been in the projects like those I have built from the scratches. So this was quite the same experience that I had. So to align this dream, to leave this dream for longer, I will like to mentor uh, leaders, as well as like to sit in the boardrooms, uh, uh, give inputs for policy making, be part of policies, and that is what I feel I should go for,
And
and
I
that
think,
suits for me. Yeah.
yeah, it would be a privilege for any company to have you with them, sir, with your experience.
Yeah, it is quite pleasure for me as well.
So, hearing you speak about the road ahead, it's clear you are thinking not just about personal growth but about shaping the ecosystem responsibly. Which
Yeah.
brings me to something right at the heart of that, sir, which is you worked under tough budgets, upheld sustainability, and navigated compliance frameworks. Given all that, where do you see the biggest ESG risks in agribusiness today, especially from the ground level realities you've witnessed?
Look, we discussed about technology. We discussed about uh, the role of well-to-do farmers, as well as those small and marginal farmers. The vulnerability about these farmers. Uh, there are lot many stakeholders involved in agriculture, and the farmer is not only a single person that is engaged in his farms. There are some companies, private companies, big giant pesticide companies. They are having their own motives of siphoning good margins. In that case, that the marketing thing is bombarded over the farmers. Use this pesticide, you will get this results. Use this thing, you will get that result. Put these fertilizers, you will get this bumper crop. But um, mm, but this is hampering in many ways to that soil. This is not a sustainable way. I can recall my childhood. The pesticides we used, the fertilizers we used, the organic fertilizers, the quantum of organic fertilizers we use at that time, and the organic fertilizers of manures that are available with these farmers right now, there is vast difference. So these are big threats that are that I guess these are the big threats that are with this farming community right now. Uh, they are very vulnerable to this false propaganda of putting this fertilizers, these pesticides, and then in return they will be getting bumper crops. But this is not a real thing. And it is not just the loss of this that individual farmer. It is a loss to country. If we go if we try to see a larger picture, uh, when we export some agriculture goods to developed countries, they are having some standards. They demand for such standards that just we discuss about the global gap certification. This is one part. Besides this, there are so many things, residues. They monitor the residues. They check for the residues. There shouldn't be any residues more than that. The certain limits that those are prescribed by these importing countries. But our farmers are much vulnerable to, or they are not aware of ki yes, these residues are there after the harvest. Our customers may, be getting uh, unsafe food. No, growing food for safer consumption, making these farmers aware about these things is very very important. And I think there is lot of scope there in our country. Yes, we should we should talk about, we should think about, we should go on ground and uh, teach our farmers, educate our farmers. Farmers are not like, they are doing that as per their will. They are not aware of these things. The most important thing is they are not aware of these things. Those farmers, those are aware, those are growing crops for exports. They know the same, look, a grape grower and orange grower, both are farmers, both are having land, both are working there day and night. But one farmer is aware of certain things, he is taking care of that thing, and one farmer who is not aware of that things, he's doing his things, as per his will, or as per the the external, people, agencies are being, telling them. So awareness is much more important thing. And mm, lack of educated population that is being, taken away from the farms to the urban areas. This is much, the part of concern that I feel ki agriculture is vulnerable about.
Very well said, sir. So, since we are speaking of leadership, responsibility, and the future, I'd love to hear a bit about your journey with Directors Institute and what has that experience been like for you.
Uh, yeah, it was quite interesting. Actually, first of all, I got to listen Mr. Jason Pathan once about regarding this program, and I came across, and thereafter the journey started. Mr. Hevel Mehta, Jason Pathan, they really guided us in a good way in the early stages. Thereafter, the structured way of this program, the online module that we have, and the self-paced. Actually, we people, we are having our regular activities. We are having our jobs. Everyone is busy in their course. So self-paced thing is very important thing, and not just self-paced, but the engaging thing. And I really feel this program has helped me keep myself relevant to the future plans that I am having. It is really great contributor for me to be relevant, to keep myself relevant.
Lovely, sir. Thank you so much for this kind words. This conversation has been such a refreshing deep dive from the nuances of agribusiness and sustainable practices to the broader lens of leadership and governance. It's clear, sir, that your journey has been rooted in both purpose and precision, and I'm sure our audiences are walking away with more than just a few takeaways today.
Yeah, thank you, Tanay. It was really a pleasure for me to have some time, spare time with you. It was really engaging. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again for joining us, sir. And to our audience, stay tuned for more such conversations from Directors Institute. Until next time, keep leading, keep striving, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.